Hi there, my name is Ray Holloway and I am a cowboy. I was born and raised in Porterville, California. I was born in my grandmother's large home on the banks of the Tule River, and that's where I've stayed most of my life. I think that I wanted to be a cowboy from the time I was about 3 years old. And I think the first introduction I had to it was with my uncle and aunt that had this pack station up in the mountains. And they packed people back into the backcountry on horseback and packed their things in on mules. And so I got to spend a week every year that was promised to me. I think it was over Labor Day with my cousin Jack, and he taught me to fish and taught me to ride and taught me to play and taught me how to coax the coyotes to howl at night around the campfire when we'd sit around the campfire, which we had every night. That was our recreation for the day. From age 12 to age 16, I trained the horse, and by the time I was 16, I had the horse trained quite well. And I would in the summertime, I would borrow my father's truck, and I would jump the horse into the back of the truck and haul him up to the mountains and pack back in. I got a job on a large cattle ranch up in the foothills above our country, about 6,500 acres, and we kept very close to about 1,000 head of cattle up there. And it was managed by an old cowboy from Texas, and he taught me the things that I had wanted to know all of my life. He taught me to rope, and he taught me to ride, and he taught me to brand, and he taught me to vaccinate, taught me to grease windmills, and I really attained the skills of a cowboy. When I first got into the movies, the first picture that I worked on was one with Red Skelton called "Excuse My Dust," and it was such fun. It was on the back lot of MGM, and we all had this chorus where we sang, "Get a horse, Mr. Get a Horse." And then I worked on a submarine picture with John Wayne. I shook hands with both Roy Rogers and Gene Autry. I got a call from Central Casting one day, and it asked me to come down and interview, if I would, for a non-speaking part in a film by Steven Seagal called Glimmerman, and they auditioned me and gave me the job. I went back after I came to live in Leisure World, but in the meantime, I just got to be a professional auctioneer, and then I got back in the cattle business, and a couple of friends and I had 10 or 15,000 acres of grassland between Fresno and the Oregon border, and we ran cattle all over Northern California. It was just like being in Bonanza. And I really achieved what I wanted to be when I was 3 years old. I fulfilled my desire. My life was complete. I was a cowboy, and it was like living in Bonanza. And we just drove from one ranch to the other, just whoopee.